Well, a big welcome back and welcome once again to The Humble Climb. It's been a few months since we've been back and producing an episode. I've been overseas, as you can tell. I'm nice and tan, although it's fading. But a huge welcome back and thank you once again for tuning in. Before we get started, I need to thank our amazing recurring sponsors, which keep on coming back. First off, with Gigi Heron Kids, Blank Financial, Property Society Co., and of course, Anthony Gallo from Beckett Property Advocates. Thank you so much for your continued support and continuing to help bring this dream of mine to life. And of course, as always, if there is anyone else out there that wants to jump on board, looking at you, McGaw, as a sponsor, feel free to come back on in. But on a serious note, we brought him back for a third time, Chop the Crazy Running Man. But we've also brought some of his mates down as well, and they're going to run us through exactly what they're creating at Miles4Smiles and the newest big thing that they've got going on. But before we get any further, obviously, Jack, welcome on board. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having us back on, Dimmy.
You've become a natural at this with the camera.
It's an honour to be a three-timer.
We'll run through. It's the first time we've had a three-time. Oh. And then we've moving on to the next ones. We've got, of course, Peter Oshart, who is Jack's uncle, but as well as some might know, he used to be one of my school teachers as well, which is quite funny. So it's a bit of a full 360. So, Hardy, welcome.
Thanks, Jimmy. It's great honour to be here. It's great to be on the other side. I've watched all your episodes, of course. Yeah. So this is very exciting to actually be on your podcast.
It is, man, and I appreciate that. I know you were at home most of the day, so thanks for putting on the suit and tie, of course, mate. And of course, Chuck McGaw, we've become friends over the last year or so through lots of mutual friends such as Jack. Welcome through.
Timmy, how are you, mate?
You're good to have you on. One of the best-looking humans to hit the planet.
It's a pleasure, mate.
I've always said that. And of course, the tattooed animal from head to toe, literally. Especially those next ones, mate. They scare me. But Louis Brabant.
How are you, man?
Is that the one?
Yeah, Louis.
Louis, welcome on, man. I know we've only met a couple of times, so we met briefly here. So good to have you on as well. And together, the four of you are directors, obviously, of Miles4Smiles and everything that it stands for. And we're going to run through a bit what you guys have been doing and starting. But more importantly, I think we'll go through firstly what it's all about and what's coming up, and then we'll go further on. So, Jack, what have you got installed this time, mate?
Yeah. So first, thanks for having us back on, Dimmy. So we've got a big challenge coming up. Starting on the 6th of September, I'll be running 100K a day for 100 days straight, to help raise money for our mental health organisation, Miles4Smiles. It's gonna be pretty big, but our aim is always to get as many people involved with the runs as possible, whether that be running 1K, 2K, 5K, 10K, whatever it is. So we're really looking forward to getting this one underway.
I laugh, but I don't laugh in a joking way when I laugh at 100 for 100. But we all thought he was pretty crazy last year when he did 50 and 50. That's 50K a day for 50 days. But he's obviously stepped it up and thought, stuff it, I'll double it. Incredible. Hardy, part of your journey as per the 100 in 100, you'll be every step of the way along the bike?
Yes, I will, yep. So it's as long as I can stay on the bike, Dimmy. I've obviously had my moments in the 50s. The plan is to be there for all the hundreds with Jack and obviously with the other guys, and we'll hear about what they're doing. But I'm so excited to be part of it again.
It's incredible. It's incredible that you do, and I know that as an uncle, it's pretty cool to have that relationship you guys have got. So kudos to you, mate. Genuinely. Yep. Chuck, over to you. What's your big plan for this one?
So I'll be doing 50 kilometres a day for 100 days straight.
Right.
So seeing Jack last year do 50s, obviously. Yeah, it's obviously inspired me to do my own thing, and hopefully we'll be running together the whole way. So what I can do to help him out as well,
amazing. And then obviously Louis, what's your part of the challenge, I guess, and holding your stake up? What's your part?
So same as Jack, pretty much. Jack inspired me last year with the 50-50s, and it just got me thinking, and I was, what can I do for myself, but also others as well. So I chose to do, I'm choosing to do 42 marathons in 42 days, but I also want to get 42 new people to run their first marathon with us. Yeah, not necessarily at the pace, maybe, depending on how everyone goes, but trying to bring in as many people as possible with this.
Amazing, man. Amazing. You guys are a ball of energy, and it's pretty cool. And I can't wait to dig deep into some of like your work and how you guys have tackled all of this logistically of getting things happening, which is pretty amazing. But 100 kilometers, a day for 100 days, Jack. You're starting from Cairns, I believe.
Yeah, so we'll be kicking things off on September 6th. We'll be running from Cairns to Melbourne.
Right.
But along the way, we'll be stopping off in Brisbane for 5 days and doing 5 days in Brizzy. And then we'll be doing 7 days in Sydney.
Wow. So when you say 5 days, you're running obviously all those days, I take it? You're not just stopping for a holiday?
No, we'll be bearing the K's those days. Right. And running every day.
And how does it work? I mean, Hardy, are you going to be there? Obviously, you're going to be the supporting act to Jack, which is always, in my opinion, almost more important than the actual runner itself. Genuinely, I say that. Everyone needs a backbone. But are you guys hiring a car, or how does it work?
Oh, so we'll have
RV, whatever they call it.
To get up there. No, we've got 2 caravans. So we'll most likely either take the caravans from Melbourne, or we'll get them closer to Cairns.
Right.
So we'll have 2 caravans as part of the accommodation and moving with as we go.
And are you guys are you going up as well?
Am I
going up to Cairns as well?
Yeah. So I'll be starting with Jack on I think it's the 6th of September.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll be doing hopefully the first 50 of most days, but I'll probably change up most days. But yeah, so I'll be doing every single day with him, and then maybe some days we'll do a few extra as well. We'll see how we go.
Incredible. And are you going up as well, Louis? You've got to ask, or are you just doing the Melbourne leg the last 50 days?
So I'm going to go up with the boys as well, and I'm just going to support for the first 50 days. I'm going to still do my prep while on the road with the guys.
Yep.
But pretty much help cook, clean, do what I can on the road, and then once we get back in Melbourne, that's when I'll kick off and get everyone involved.
And you'll start your part of the challenge as such.
Yep.
Amazing. So 2 caravans for the 4 of you. Is there more coming up as well?
Yeah, so we've got Chuck's dad, Lance, who will be helping crew with us, and Chuck's other brother, Ben.
Yep.
DJ.
Yeah,
he'll be spinning the decks.
So yeah, we've got a few people coming up, and we're going to have a few mates that come up along the way.
Should come up, Dimmy.
Well, mate, you're not going to believe it, but I'm actually minus 86 hours of annual leave. Just coming back from Greece, and that's quite funny. And I am not joking when I say that. So I tell you what, though, what's 86
minus 120, mate?
100.
Well, actually, I've got a bone to pick with you, Dimmy, as well. You still owe us a 50 on the scooter.
I actually do. You know what's funny?
You promised me last time on the podcast.
No, I did.
Scooter,
I actually did. You know, it's funny. I actually did, and so. Funny you say that because I knew you would bring it up. I had Sienna today from my office. She was looking up for me electric bikes. Because I'm thinking on one of your nights at the Duncan McKinnon, so the Melbourne section.
The party hub.
Right, the party one.
You know what you should do? You should jump on the bike with Hardy. He'll ding you.
I reckon I can keep up with Hardy, mate. I'll just go on the electric and it'll be scooted around much easier. But what I am promising and what I do want to do, genuinely, and this is, I absolutely got my word on it, I want to one Friday night come down to Duncan McKinnon. We'll put on a bit of a Greek spit and a bit of a Greek feast for you boys. So once you boys are finished up, tuck into some tucker.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Right. But that's obviously, we'll make that happen. So genuinely count me on that. But it's going to be a Friday night as we end closer to summer and make sure that the weather's going to be pumping as well. Only as long as we've got the Greek tracks going, mate, I'll be there.
Got 50 on the scooter?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be on the scooter, absolutely.
For the first 50 on the scooter?
Yeah, mate, we'll see. We might have to do
100.
We might have to do a 25 in 1 week and 25 the other, I reckon, because I've checked that the meat's cooking well.
Tough track around Duncan McKinnon, mate.
I know,
be careful.
I know, but it's...
Careful.
I've heard you've had your... your fair share.
I've got Duncan demons, mate.
I love it. Mate, talk to me, Jack. I wanted to get into it and with yourself just for a small period of time, as much as you guys are a team. And I love it that you're all directors, and I know it's all in one to the point, just to give you guys a type of example and understanding. with Jack and what we were dealing with. We were short of a microphone, and we were speaking with producer here about, okay, can we get all the boys in at once? And we finally came up with we weren't sure if one of them had to maybe miss the episode, but Jack was very much so of the opinion of that's not right. We need all of them in together, and it actually worked out really well. So to give you a background as to what type of person Jack Hanley is, and very much so one in, all in, which is almost the motto of your website, I'm pretty sure, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, which is amazing. So I love that. So I wanted to flag that just so you know. Miles4Smiles, director times 4. But talk me through your thought pattern of all this 100 by 100.
Yeah, so obviously last year we ran 50K a day for 50 days straight, and we did a big fundraiser, and the whole aim of it was to get as many people involved with the runs as possible, whether that be running 1K, 2K, 5K, whatever it is. We wanted to create connection through movement. And honestly though, that 50 days was one of the best things I've ever been a part of. The community that we created, seeing other people come down and sort of push themselves to run Ks they probably never thought they could. But the main thing was that when you're in a big group all together, you're helping each other out, you're getting a conversation going, you're asking someone how their day is. It creates a really good vibe. And obviously, a big passion of mine is mental health. And it's something that, I want to keep trying to make an impact in the mental health space and helping others out there that are struggling. Obviously, came up with the idea of doing 100 hundreds.
Did you have this idea before you did the 50 by 50?
No, I didn't. So I came up with this idea. So obviously I finished the 50-50s back in December last year.
Yep.
And I was wondering what we could sort of do next, because I loved every minute of it, and obviously love getting everyone involved. That's what it's all about. As you said, the motto at Miles4Smiles, one in, all in. We never leave anyone behind. So came up with the idea of it was early January this year of running 100K a day for 100 days straight.
Sorry to cut you off. Who did you say it to first?
I actually spoke to Chuck and Hardy first, my uncle, about it. And I said to Chuck, you're in, mate. And he goes, yeah, I'm in 100%. So he came up with the idea of doing 50K for the 100 days. And obviously, it's, as I've always said, obviously the challenge of running 100K a day for 100 days is my own challenge. But my main aim is to get as many people involved all together. I wouldn't want to do this by myself. It's what it's all about, getting others involved.
I love it. And what was your as an uncle, and you've been through Jack's journey from start to finish, because I know we spoke a lot last year. I think it was at the run, actually, the last day. I remember having a really big convo with you.
Yeah.
When you heard 100 of 100, what did you think?
Well, I wasn't
genuine, not like
No. I wasn't totally surprised. In terms of, I knew that Jack wouldn't want to stop it at just 50-50s. I knew there'd be a challenge ahead of him that he would want to take on. 100 hundreds. I mean, I'll be honest. It's a enormous challenge to take on. But being part of the 50-50s, it's just something that I never thought I'd be in this position to be able to share this experience with Jack. And it's just something that I would never miss out on.
Yeah.
So, I'm incredibly grateful that he wants me to be part of it. And I, as I say, it's the 50-50s. Like for Jack is possibly one of the greatest things I've been involved in. And I can only see that the 100 hundreds will be as good, if not better. And I'm sure it'll be one hell of an adventure.
Amazing.
So.
Amazing. And I guess for the two of you boys as well, we'll dive into your challenge, your challenge part of the challenge, what you guys are doing. Why Jack, for starters? Why the support for Jack, other than just being mates and whatever? But why the passion for running? Obviously, I'm taking potentially maybe your own struggles with mental health or anything like that along the way. You might just like running in general, and you want to support a mate, which is awesome. But you two boys, and passing it over to you guys, why this support for Jack, and why I want to get involved with Miles4Smiles, etc.?
Well, I think for me personally, I've obviously had my own struggles with mental health, and I always find doing exercise or mainly running is something that is an outlet for me. And it's something that I've gathered over the years. It's a tool that helps me improve my mental health. And also the part of involving people and bringing people along is something that I've seen through Jack do his 50-50s is something that I love seeing, and just, bringing the community together. So
if you don't mind me asking, when you talk about mental health in general, what were particularly your, and I hope I'm not opening up wounds here, but what was your particular struggles? Was it an addiction of some sort? Or
no, it wasn't addiction. Just I think it was end of 2018. I wasn't really enjoying what was going on in my life. My work wasn't really enjoyable, and I just found myself in a hole that took me a while to get out of. And then the first person I actually reached out to was Rob McCarthy, who was a close friend of yours. And then, all that. So I reached out to him. I found it so hard to speak to my parents about it as well. I'm someone who's pretty closed off and find it hard speaking about my struggles. But now that I'm a bit older, I find it a lot easier, and all the people around me and my family are so supportive. And that was the one thing for me that I found just when I think I was 18, and I just took me so long to open up. And I actually remember it was Christmas, Boxing Day, December 2018, I think it was. And I was just crying for like weeks on weeks. And then I went up to my neighbour who I was working with at the time, because I didn't want to speak to my parents because I was too scared of what was going to happen, or my mates or anyone. And I just was crying to him. I knocked on his door and I was like, mate, like, I don't know what's going on. I need help. And he like just grabbed me and he's like, mate, you'll be all right. Like, let's just go speak to your parents. We'll put a plan together and we'll get you back on track. And then I remember Rob was actually the first person I reached out to, but he was on a holiday at the time. It was at the snow. And then I got onto his psychologist and then got the help I needed. And then, now I've got tools that I've gathered over the years that help my mental health, and I know what works for me. So,
Love it.
And then 6 months later after all that, that was when Rob committed suicide. So that was a pretty tough time for myself and then obviously everyone around me. But I look at it in a way that trying to inspire, and through his Instagram as well, he was a real mental health advocate as well. So, and he was someone who had a massive impact on me, and I grew up with him. It's like pretty much a big brother to me, and we did everything together. And now I just hope to share and continue his legacy through mental health, and hopefully if anyone out there is struggling, there's things out there that can get you back on track and back to living a good and healthy lifestyle. So
Mate, I'm so proud of you for being so genuine and open, because I don't think I've ever heard you speak like that.
No, that's actually, I've actually never told Jack parts of that story. So, and that's what I've found. The one thing that I found is just speak up. I'm someone I'm not really an emotional type of bloke.
No, you're the larrikin.
I am, but I'm working out now that it's fine to talk about that stuff, and you need to as you get older, and you do realise that how much it actually helps. And for me, just I've grown up around footy clubs. I've got two brothers. I've got a girlfriend now actually who's the most supportive girl in the world.
Jeez,
as well.
I tell you what, talking about breaking news. Talking about breaking news here. I love it.
So yeah, but
Did I inspire you with that?
Huh?
Did I inspire you?
No, but she's Sarah's very supportive, and I love her to bits. So yeah, and even me and Jack are living together now as well. So
Amazing.
Just the mates, and so hopefully I can inspire someone to speak up and share their story. And
I'm so proud of you, man, because genuinely opening up like that, and I can see the tears in your eyes, which I love. And not because I want to make people cry on this, but I mean, I had tears in my eyes when you're speaking about Rob McCarthy. God rest that boy's soul.
Yeah.
One of the best humans to ever grace this planet. And an amazing family as well, by the way. And I appreciate you for starters for being that guy that's opened up for starters, because this is not about a mental health podcast or anything like that, because a lot that do it much better than I ever will. But I love the fact of how open you are and honest, because that's what it's about. And the second part is give yourself enough credit as well that you come onto a platform like this and you speak so openly.
I'm not going to lie, I'm fucking shit myself.
Mate, I tell you what, and don't bleep this part out, but it takes balls to do what you just did, because it's not easy. So kudos to you and for what you're doing. for being so open. God bless Sarah as well. So maybe we can like double date or something. But mate, I'm really proud of you because I know that you are that person, that loud, energetic facade, maybe petite type as well, and we've all been there with putting on a facade. So kudos to you, Louis. Your involvement with Miles4Smiles, how did that come about? And running, Jack, all of it. I want to know the ins and outs of your life.
Alrighty, so early last year, I met Jack for the first time when him and Chuck decided to run 100 kilometres.
Yes.
Was it early last year? Early last year.
Oh, the one that you did through the night.
Nah,
That was another one.
You know that the one we did back in February last
Just
year.
for fun, yeah.
No,
Just
we
run,
did-
run 100Ks.
I don't blame you for being confused. There's been a lot of them.
So confused.
Trust me,
I
Jimmy,
remember
there's
the one
been a
throughout
lot of
the
them.
night where he's going like a miner.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I do know. The
So
one.
much fun.
No, I do know. I do know. Yes, I do know which one you're talking about. Sorry.
So yeah, that's how I got introduced to Jack originally. I knew Chuck before that. We actually did a half Ironman together 2 years before that. And pretty much my road along that path was just Ironmans and runs, did a couple of marathons prior. But I had planned to already do my own 100 and then found out that these boys were doing their 100 and just loved to get involved. So I jumped in, did about 30 Ks with them that day and met Jack for the first time. Just blown away with the support that everyone brought each other. When I jumped in, there was probably 30 people running. And for me, that was like nothing I've ever really seen before. So it sort of G'd me up a little bit to do my 100. And then through that year, Jack tackled the 50-50s and I just came down every week sort of thing, showed my face and got into a couple runs. And yeah, just the energy that was around the 50-50s was unreal. So many people, so many fresh faces, opening, talking, running. It's just incredible. Like the vibes that it brought was just unreal. And then from there, we just went, what did we do? We did the 100 after that. So yeah, we rolled into my 100, which the boys jumped in and we all tackled together, which was awesome. And then from there, after 50-50s, we sort of talked about what was going on and what could happen next. And the boys sort of asked me if I wanted to be involved with what was happening. And I thought, stuff it. This is what I absolutely love doing. So why not?
Good on you, man. And again, not from a mental health perspective, is it something that you generally just like running, or is it something that you've had your challenge with before?
Dimmy, I hate running.
Talk to me.
But now for me, my mental health has been a bit of a roller coaster throughout the years. I have suffered from depression. I didn't know it was depression for years and years, and I did seek professional help, which definitely helped. But through the years of that work, I've been able to get to where I am now. And for me, physical movement and exercise has been one of the best things, but also communication, like talking to people and just opening up. Like Chuck said, you need to talk about these things and talk about the struggles, because a lot of us boys, especially men, won't talk. And that's one of the hardest things. I don't want to just say men, but majority of men won't talk about their feelings, which is, there's got a big stigma around it, and trying to change that.
Hardy, on genuine question now, because I don't ever want it to be forgotten. What's your mental health like?
Oh, look, it fluctuates. It's sort of, I suppose, quite ironic that I've worked in schools I've been teaching for 35 years, and probably for about 20 of those I've worked in the wellbeing area. So it is something that's very close to me. I do suffer from anxiety. I'm a massive overthinker. So I've had various treatments and interventions for that over the years. The other thing for me that's very close to me is my dad suffered from depression most of his life. And to not even be aware of that as we were young kids is testament to how strong he was and how supportive my mum was. We only found out as young adults that Dad actually struggled so much with depression. He'd been hospitalised many, many times, and we weren't even aware of it. And then just as an adult to see how much Dad suffered was really hard to watch. And I'm just so I just admire him so much that he he stuck in there, and he never really got the relief from it that some people do. But I think it is relevant that Dad was a massive jogger. Dad did ran 5 Melbourne marathons.
Yeah, right.
So I guess it's in the genes. So I think it is something that's really, God love him, he'd be very proud of Jack in terms of the running he's done. He was always trying to get me to run more, but I wasn't. I certainly wasn't as passionate as Jack is about it. So it's that aspect of it. My personal struggle, watching my dad, and then obviously being so close to Jack throughout his addiction struggles and so forth, has made it for me something that I just really want to continue beyond my working life to try and help people, because I can see how it's just such a paralysing illness, and I've just seen it firsthand how badly it can affect people's lives and those around them. And as I say, I'm so proud of Jack in terms of where Jack was and where he's got to now. And I could never have imagined Jack turning his life around as much as he has in such a short period of time.
I'm pretty proud. I can't believe he was an annoying little shit with the red cheeks at school to becoming this incredible young man. It's funny. I spoke to a mate of mine on the way here. I'll name drop it, Jack Higgins from St Kilda, and we're speaking, and he's like, "Mate, who you got on today?" And Jack's a real larrikin. He's such a larrikin hig, and he's like, "Who you got on the potty today, Dim?" And I was like, "I've got Miles4Smiles directors," and he goes, "Oh, all right, tell me more." I said, "Right, I'll break it down for you. The crazy running man." He goes, "Mate, he's fucking crazy." And I said, "That's the one." And he goes, "Mate, that guy's all over it." I said, "He is." So, it's sort of, now we're starting with the name drop chop, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty cool.
I don't know about that,
Put the dart out.
Right, which is pretty cool. But I think we're all pretty proud of him. Talk me through, Jack, with relation to now this whole training regime that you're doing, and obviously you're going to be doing a different one to the boys to my left. But what does your training regime look like at the moment?
Yeah, so we've slowly been increasing the Ks each week. I've got the same coach as I had last year, Kev Mannix, who's been looking after me. Charlie, actually, he's been looking after all of us. The clumsy riding man's been running as well.
Good idea.
Yeah, he ticked off.
Stop laughing at that.
No, you know what?
Dimmy, he ran his first half marathon.
No, you know what's funny?
recently.
You actually do look like you've dropped. I'm not taking the piss. Yeah, do look like you've dropped a bit.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Have you? No, I'm not taking the piss.
I think I have, yeah.
No, you look it.
There's one thing I don't do is weigh myself.
He's doing very well.
Slim down for sure. Good on you,
Don't weigh
mate.
yourself, Timmy. You don't get good news,
Wait
mate.
for the 100 to the bike.
Mate, nothing more I'm scared of more than scales.
You and I both.
Yeah, so the next 5 weeks we'll be increasing the Ks. At the moment we're at about 160 a week.
Right.
But it's really good because I do a lot of my training with Chuck as well. And then we've got our group runs on a Wednesday down at Caulfield Park for Miles4Smiles, and Sundays at 8 a.m. Elwood Bathers. So we're getting anywhere between 10 to 15 people down every time. And yeah, everyone gets around it, and
where does
gets
the
stuck
training
into a few
peak?
Ks.
Where does the training peak at? Like, is it 250 a week, or what does it look like to a peaking perspective?
Yeah, so this week's about 160, and then we'll go to about 180, then 200, and then there'll be a peak week of 240. Wow. But it's one of those things that you don't want to actually run too many Ks before you do the event itself. So it's a lot of back-to-back long runs, like a couple of back-to-back midweek long runs where I'll run 30 on a Wednesday, then 25 on a Thursday, and then the weekends can be anywhere between 30 to 40 on a Saturday, and then anywhere between 60 to 100 on a Sunday.
And is it every day at the moment all you guys are training?
Yeah, every day. Well,
Every day?
Yeah, every
right?
day we're running. Yep.
Wow, amazing. And then when you guys do start it from Cairns, so what, you fly up to Cairns, is that right?
I'll be
No,
driving.
we'll be driving.
You drive up to Cairns.
Yeah, good caravan.
Man, Chuck will be flying.
Yeah.
Hardy's going to be
I
driving.
didn't get that memo.
Are you driving up
Mate, you
with?
trusting
I'm
him
gonna
driving
ride
the
up.
caravan?
No, I'm not doing that. No.
So
He can't even ride a bike straight.
you're meant to be driving up, are you?
Yeah, Louis and I, aren't we?
What, one
Just me,
caravan?
mate.
One caravan each?
Yeah.
We'll
Oh,
all be driving. We're just joking.
Yeah, right. Okay, genuine. So you're going to drive up, and then you'll start from up there,
Yep.
and then work your way down
Yep.
from there. And then is it a part of your runs? Is it like, are you just making your way down the coast as it goes?
We got a map.
Right,
We've
and you got a
mapped
map.
out.
Yeah.
So obviously our aim is going to be to get people from different communities involved along the way while we're on the road. And we thought it'd be a nice challenge and something different. And then once we get back to Melbourne on October 26th, it'll be game on to get everyone involved again. It'll be the same courses as the 50-50. So we'll be at Albert Park on a Monday night. Tuesday we'll be giving the conveyor belt a bit of a touch up again.
You going to hustler gym?
We might be a bit different this time. Maybe Pulse 8.
Yeah, nice.
So down with Joss Mann at Pulse 8.
Love that. And 100K on the treadie.
100K on the treadie.
Wow.
And then Wednesdays will be at Caulfield Park.
Yeah.
Thursdays will be at the Tan. And then Friday will be the party hole Duncan McKinnon.
Yeah.
And then the
Loops.
weekends will be a bit different. It'll probably be Saturday will be along Beach Road.
Yep.
And then Sunday we'll do a big loop around Melbourne.
Incredible, man. Incredible. So whilst he's doing, so you'll all be running then on day 51 in Melbourne or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be doing, so you stop after your 50, Heap Geeks going for another 50.
So I'll rest and recover and then see him in 8
Mate,
oh, not 8
it's
hours,
not a
about
small
6
feat what
hours.
you're doing though, don't forget. And I'm
No,
not taking
no.
taking the wee when I say that, because last year he did 50 and a 50. You're doing 50 and 100. It's not a
Yeah.
small feat.
It's
So,
gonna be-
and doing the 42 and 40. Is it 42 for a K? 42.8? Is that right?
42.2.
42.2, there you go. As you can tell, sorry, man, it's been a while since I ran my last one. Sorry, I forget these numbers. But 42.2 in 42 days, man, it's a pretty amazing feat. And you're obviously going to be riding every day 100K. Incredible. How's the chafing? Get the baby powder out. I'll tell you what, Hardy. And then on your way from coming down from the top, from Cairns, have you guys got, I don't know, massages, osteos, whatever it is, or what's that look like?
So at the moment, we're still looking for an osteo to come on the road with us. So if there is anyone listening out there, we are looking for a couple of sponsors.
Mate, I've got a great osteo.
Well, that's the thing. Once we get back to Melbourne, we've got sponsorship through some osteos that we had last year for the 50-50s.
Yeah.
But we're still looking to find someone to come on the road with us for 50 days.
Incredible. Voluntary, or is there cash involved?
Nah,
No, there'll be.
Yeah, we'll pay. Maybe you come and do it, Jimmy.
Mate, I tell you what, if I knew what I was doing, I go and see the King Nick Papa down at
he's a dealer boy.
I go and see the King
so
down
on
at
the road.
I go see him down at Ashburton Osteopathy.
What's wrong with you?
He's the one of the. Oh man, I get really bad. Believe it or not, I've actually got really bad calves. So I go get dry kneeling done most Fridays from him.
Yeah,
He's a
nice.
king. But no, okay, cool. So you're looking for the fill those spots, and then food wise and all that. What, just your general cooking? I mean, you don't have to have a chef or anything like that on board, do you?
We got Louis. we got Louis.
Are you a bit of a cooker? Are you?
I like to cook, yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, right. So.
But these boys are pretty easy. Just spring rolls and potato gems, mate.
Potato gems.
Mate, incredible. Well, I know with these guys' diets. Is there a target in mind, dollars-wise, like there was last time?
Yeah, so we've come up with to hopefully raise 430,000 for the 43% of Australians that suffer a mental health
I love that.
illness over the course of their life.
Well, you're at 429 closer, boys. I'll give you $1,000.
Thanks, Darren. You're a good man,
towards
mate.
it. And I'll see if I can hit up some other good friends of ours. And if we can do a bulk donation of 10 grand, we'd love to. But I don't want to pledge the 10 and then we don't come through with it.
fine, mate.
But I'll definitely pledge the one for myself. And I'll speak to some other friends in some more higher places than what I'll ever be. And see how close we can get you guys to that target.
Unbelievable, mate.
All right,
Shakes for
guys,
that.
but Humble Climb's more than happy to put in 1,000 because we've got to save some money as well for the best for Robbie McCarthy and the run for Rob
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
It's a big day.
So
That is a big day.
That'll be a big day.
That'll be. We'll be definitely getting involved with that again. It's one of the best days on the calendar.
Absolutely. Send me an invoice, boys. We'll get that sorted. On a serious note, well, it's all serious, I should say. So you're going through this whole training thing. What's your work schedule going to be looking like when you're doing this?
So I'm finishing up work on the 30th of August. So I obviously won't be able to work this time because I'll be running for anywhere between sort of 11 to 14 hours every day. So yeah, I've no work this time, but this is what I'm passionate about.
Is that what you're anticipating, 11 to 14 hours a day?
11 to 14 hours a day, yeah. So that's
What did the 50s used to take you last year?
so that roughly they took about average about 4 hours, 4.5 hours per 50.
Yeah. And then are you are you planning on running 100 non-stop?
Nah, so it'll be a little bit different this time. I'm obviously going to have to break it up and have a little break to get my fuel in and make sure I can get all the calories in to get enough food in so I don't lose too much weight and to be able to continue to be able to run 100K every day and have the energy I need to do that. So we'll be stopping every sort of 3 hours and having a 15 to 20 minute break and then getting back into it.
For great sponsorship opportunities for you all that are out there. But on a traditional day from your 100, what does it look like running 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning?
So we're probably going to be starting about 5 a.m. in the morning and the aim will be to finish anywhere hopefully between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. But it'll be, once we get back to Melbourne, it'll be a little bit different. So,
and then someone's driving the van behind?
Yeah, well, I'll be driving as well when I'm not running. So, but Louis and my old man's, my dad's coming as well, and my brother. So they'll be
there. So
my brother's going to be our videographer and do all the social media and side of stuff. So, boy Gucci. So
amazing. I love it. So you'll be doing literally that'll be your full day, and then you'll have 12 hours off to recuperate. And off you go again.
Off we go again, get stuck into it.
Well, mate, your job's just as hard as his, to be honest with you.
Look, it's the 50s was just so much fun. And I always just look at it if I'm struggling, I just watch him and then I watch these guys and go, I'm not getting it too bad here.
Amazing.
So I've got the best seat in the house.
And is your plan to start at the same time in the mornings, or are you doing a bit different?
I think, I'll definitely start every morning with him. And then when I get back to Melbourne, I'll be working 2 to 3 days a week. I'll aim for 2 days minimum, and then I'll try and see how my body is. We'll see how I go when I get back. And then maybe
finish the last 50 with him every day or something like that.
Well, I'll aim to work hopefully 3 days a week and then do what he did last year. And I'll work to probably 2:30, 3 o'clock and then run after.
Incredible.
And do my 50 after.
Again, you started at 4 o'clock or so last year, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, so it'll be pretty similar again. That I'll be aiming to sort of have the last 50 between 4 and 8:30 every night. So that way, once people finish work for the day, they can come down and get involved when we're back in Melbourne.
Yeah. Hardy, you with a working role? I mean,
I've resigned from my teaching position.
That is as committed as you're going to get.
So that's look, it wasn't that tough a decision really, because I was certainly not going to miss this opportunity. It's not something that I'm ever going to get. Well, who knows? I might get it again. He might do 200s. You just never know.
So I'll probably be on next year doing that.
That's right. So I'm as of August 23, I'm unemployed, so I'll be off to Centrelink. Yeah. No, I won't be doing that. No. So any schools out there looking for a teacher for the start of next year, I'm in the market for the start of next year. So, yeah.
And obviously being a past student, if I can honestly vouch as a teacher, don't hire him.
I knew that was coming.
So, Chuck, with you work-wise, I mean, are you in the trades game as well?
So I'm a carpenter,
So work-wise, are you part of the family business or separate?
No, my dad was a bricklayer, so he's got his own, he had his own bricklaying, but he's retired now. So I work for Propel Building. You probably know Huey Nicholson from DLR. So I work for him. So he's a good boss and he'll let me go whenever. So, so he looks after me as well. So, so I'll aim to work Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Right, amazing. But then obviously the first 50 you're away and won't be doing anything.
Nah, won't be work because we'll be on the road, obviously. So
incredible. And yourself, Louis?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult for myself. I do work for myself. I'm a plumber. So I've got some commitments that I do need to keep. So that might look like employing someone else to do some of the work when I'm not around. Hopefully when we're back in Melbourne, I'll go full steam back into work. So Monday to Friday, and then run in the afternoons with the guys.
Yeah.
So we'll just see how we go though. It's all unknown.
So you leave here on the 5th of September or?
Oh, a bit earlier.
So yeah, we're going to go up a week earlier just to acclimatise to the weather, and then obviously we're kicking things off on the 6th of September.
Amazing.
So we'll try and leave around 29th, 30th of August.
Yeah, right. And then how long will it take you to get up?
2 to 3 days, depending.
3 hours on the plane.
Yeah, so 2 to 3 days driving, yeah?
Yeah.
Say so.
Right. I mean, are you always going to be running some of it on the way up just as prep?
Yeah, keep the legs sticking over.
Funny thing about this guy before you guys all got here, me and Hardy are standing at the front of the building. Like, oh, where's Chuck? And Chuck's like, sorry, boys, went for a run. Ran 6Ks just around here just for fun.
Well, I had a bit of time on my sleeve, so I thought. So I thought I had a little bit of time on my sleeve, Dimmy. So I thought might as well get my run done for the day.
Well, absolutely.
He snoozed this morning as well, so
So are you two living together now?
he meowed.
So you two living together now?
Yeah, us two are living together, and 2 others as well.
Right. Sarah hasn't made the cut yet?
Nah, she's hopefully next year. Not hopefully, she will be next
Steve
year.
says.
She's staying away. There's too many of us. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
so-
enough. So you're all local. So kick things off 6th of September. You guys will drive up. You've got the 2 caravans. You're renting them or something like that. So
We've actually been sponsored by a major sponsors come on board. Kev Roberts from No Timid Souls. So he's been a great help to us so far, and he was able to organise us a couple of caravans.
that is awesome.
So very much appreciated. It's all coming together, and we can't wait to get started.
And from a sponsorship point of view for you guys, for businesses, etc., that are looking at potentially jumping on somehow, some way, how does that work? Because obviously there's going to be some of those questions that certain people will have.
Yeah, so if businesses would like to jump on board, they can contact any of us through our social media or the website. Yep. But yeah, we'd love to get people behind us and supporting us. Anyone that is keen, please feel free to contact us.
And
Or
apparel.
our email hello@miles4smiles.com.au.
Right, awesome, because that is certainly a couple of people that I've been speaking to as well that certainly want to get on board. Apparel sponsors, who are we running with this year?
So we've got, No Timid Souls are a running apparel company. Amazing. So they're on board, and hopefully we've got New Balance for the runners.
Amazing.
And just on that, New Age Caravans, thank you.
Yes.
That's the caravans.
Yeah, that's caravans.
Amazing,
So,
thank
So
you.
they've
Thank
jumped
you
on
very
board
much for,
through Kev. But thank you.
Are they spacious at least?
They are.
They're elite,
They're
mate.
elite. So
Right.
Yeah.
Luxury double.
Yes.
What, each? I was going to say. I was going to say, well, I think from a point of view of ticking everything off, I think we've got the message across, which is what I wanted to really do, and make sure that we're raising awareness as to what you guys will be doing. Socials-wise, people can obviously keep in contact with the Miles4Smiles and all those types of things that will be all over the social media. Incredible job, once again, Chop, as to what you're doing. You're not normal, but and I say that with all love, not with any other way, because it's incredible what you're doing. I think more as well, just on you in particular right now. I don't think this would be happening without you. I think what you're doing, and you're bringing out people such as Chuck and Louis to share their own stories and their own way, and breaking down that stigma is a credit to yourself, buddy. So keep going. We can't wait. Obviously, you will hold me to the Greek night at Duncan McKinnon. I'll be there, and we look forward to it. And most importantly, boys, before we finish up, who's the best real estate agent in Melbourne?
Dimmy.
There we go. Thank you very much.
And don't forget the best podcast.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. In front of your parents, remember that last year, Chuck. On a serious note, thank you so much. Anything you want to do to be able to donate, we'll put the links there. That link's ready to go. People to start donating.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
great.
Yes.
So that'll be on the website and it'll be on our Instagram page as
Great.
well.
We'll make
Fully
sure.
tax deductible as well.
Amazing.
So
Done.
that's through the Australian Sports Foundation, ASF.
Amazing. Amazing. So we'll make sure that we attach that link to everything that we do moving forward. We'll put it in our bio moving forward as well. So it's there for people to be able to donate. We'll put through $1,000 as well from us, and I'll make a few calls to make sure we can get as much as we can.
Thanks, mate.
Happening,
That's much
guys.
appreciated.
You guys deserve it.
mate.
Absolutely love yous. Chuck, you're a gentleman. I love
Thanks
you.
for having us on again, Dimmy.
Hardy, keep teaching. Chuck,
Yes.
stay pretty. And Louis, let's get some more tats.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you so much once again to our sponsors who continue to provide us such a bloodline of being able to bring this to you. Marissa from Gigi Hair and Kids, Blank Financial, Bernard Desmond, you're an incredible human, Property Society Co., and lastly, Anthony Gallo from Beckett Property. For anyone that is out there that would like to jump on board as a sponsor, feel free to get in touch with us, and we look forward to hopefully chatting with you. New episodes continuing to come till the end of the year. We'll keep rocking. In the meantime, we'll keep you posted on these guys' progress when they kickstart. Thank you.